Hello, everybody. Welcome to LT Outdoors Sunday Night Live. I'm going to share this real quick on Facebook. Got lots of goodies to auction off tonight. Go. All right, sharing on Facebook. You're such a clown. Oh, you're going to knock all the auction stuff off. I got it all stacked here. You just got to get up, don't you? Oh, hey there, Don. How you doing, buddy? I hope you guys are all having a good week. It's been a decent week for me. It has been windy, it seems, every day. I swear to God, we haven't had a single calm day, and it's driving me crazy. But I've got some cool stuff to talk about, as well as massive tackle auctions tonight, folks. I mean, there is a lot of things to auction off, so I hope you guys enjoyed the auctions tonight. And I do want to say thank you again to Steven House, because he sent me all the auction stuff for tonight. Hey there, Rick. How you doing? Hey, sis. Yeah, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Hey there, Kiss Our Bass. How you doing? Hey, Neil. Hey, Ian. Hey there, John. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Johnny. Thank you, man. First thumbs up. Thank you much, man. Rick says, hey, jammers. Hi, jammers. Yeah, she had to get up. It's her thing anymore. As soon as I get in the chair, she's ready to hop up here. Oh, just a turd. Hey there, Jen. It was nice fishing with you guys the other day. Jen says, hi, Gemma. Like I said, guys, this tonight, I hope you guys are excited because there are a lot of great auction items up tonight for grabs. I mean, a lot of it's unbelievable what Steve sent me. In fact, he sent me a whole nother box that I got yesterday that I'm going to wait and auction off next weekend. So I will have 2 weekends worth of auctions. Tonight's auctions are going to be insane. I think there's going to be 9 of them. It's going to be a lot, though. There's a lot. Oh, hey Bob, how you doing, buddy? Here, get down, baby girl. Oh, the osprey! I wanted to tell you, Jen. I can see it. I can see it in the video. I might try to. I haven't tried to play with it yet on my editor, but I can see it. But it's like a dot when it comes down. It's so hard to the GoPro messed that up because it was. I mean, a couple hundred yards from me, but didn't get it. Hey Barry. Hey there, Jim. How you doing? I've never actually fished for herring before, Jim. Never have. I've got a rod here I want to show you guys tonight. I did put braid on one, but good. Glad you're doing good, Bob, and thank you. Hey Steve, how you doing? Thanks again for the auctions, man. I appreciate it. Hey there, Mike. Yeah, it was a bummer, Jen. Yep, didn't get it. I got some really great footage of the baby loons though, so that's good. What's happening, Paul? Hey there, Don. All right, I do want to say this. I have no idea who sent it to me. It was kind of a mystery gift, so I want to say thank you. Somebody out there, and they might be on tonight, I don't know, but somebody sent me my first ever bait casting rod and reel setup. All right, they sent me a Lose, and I'm really excited to use this thing. I put 50-pound braid on there, which I mentioned in my videos before. That's what you're really recommended to use for frog fishing. Okay, now the 50-pound braid, even though it's 50-pound, it's Power Pro. It's actually the same thickness as 12, so it's pretty small, really. But 50-pound, you're able to yank those big pigs out of the pads. Now, this week on the frogs, I do have some great videos coming up. I have been catching some giant bass. I'm telling you guys, and I'm trying to, as I'm learning, I'm also trying to teach. So I'm trying to teach you guys all the methods that I'm learning, but it's unbelievable. The big bass are in the pads. They're in the shallow water all summer long. And I'm going to show you guys how to go about catching them. It is a lot of fun. So, normally when in the heat of summer, when it's time to put things away because everything seems to shut off, well, guess what? Those big bass are still going to be ready for you. Uh, I don't add fluoro, John. I never add fluoro. Hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy? Maybe. I mean, braid is good for that. Braid is super sensitive. It is something that gives you more feeling, and that's what's great too about them. You know, if you're flipping in the pads or something with a jig, that braid super sensitive. It helps you feel everything. So, yeah, it's definitely worth a shot. But I mean, if they're real line shy, yeah, you could add that floral leader, but I'd be pretty leery of that myself because it seems like any line shy fish, even with a good sized leader of fluoro, they're kind of shy of that braid because it looks so much like a rope in the water. But oh, the frogs are sure are fun. I'm learning more and more about them, Luke, and I've been getting into them. I've been buying a lot of frogs and really learning a lot about them. So um, I'll show you guys here. I also want to show you this rod. I'm going to have two bait casters now because Stephen House, when he sent me all this great stuff that I'm about to show you for auctions, he also sent me a bait casting rod too. The reel's on its way, but right now I got this Cast King. It's a really nice Cast King rod, heavy duty. Both these rods are heavy duty, which is what you want, so you can yank those bass out. You know, the pros. It's funny sometimes you see them yanking and horsing them fish, right? Which I used to be a stickler about ripping on people for horsing them, but you really have to for them bass in the pads because you're seriously pulling them out of a forest of pads, and if you don't yank them out, you give them any leeway, they're going to get you around the pads and they're going to be gone. So, yeah, you need a heavy action. And both these rods are over 7 feet. They're really good, perfect for pads. So, yeah, no, we're talking. He's talking about for fish and herring, Mike. Scum frog's good. Yep. Scum frog's a good one. I've been using the booyahs lately, and I really like them. I do. I like the booyahs. As far as the knots I use, John, I can show you. It's actually nothing special at all. It's really just. I think it'd be just the improved. I don't even know. I have never known the names of knots. I mean, I've never really needed to, but I'll just show you real quick here because it's super easy. I mean, yeah, I do have to add the extra step. That's why it's considered improved, I guess, because obviously braid is going to slip on you. But with the braid, I put it through. Normally, with regular mono, I'll just flip it around. I try to get at least 8 loops in there. And normally with regular mono, I put it back through the bottom loop there. And normally I'll just grab it and pull it tight, right? Because it's ready to go with mono. You don't need to run it back through. But with braid, because braid is so slick, I run it back through just once. That's all you need. Run it back through, grab a hold of that tail end that you just put through there, and you pull it tight. And it will slip down to the knot, but then it ain't never coming off. You're gonna cut you're gonna cut your finger off before you're gonna get that bait off that line now. You need a knife or something to get that off of there. But that's all I use. That's all I use. Hey Mike, how you doing, buddy? But yeah, Luke, the booyah and the boom boom. Look up the boom boom frog. I do. It's a pretty good frog, man. They've got that hook. If you ask me, they got the hook set just right for it, and it's a heavy duty hook. I am really liking that boom boom frog. Hope you're having a good week, Mike. I've already learned it, Barry. I mean, it took me only a couple days to learn to fly fish when I was about 14. Today was the first day I'd ever tried to learn the bait caster. I went out in the yard. I was only out there about 20 minutes and I was already whipping that thing as far as I wanted to cast, as well as anywhere. I was picking targets in the yard and I could hit those targets every time. So I'm already good with it. I've already got it figured out where I can slow it down and stop it before any birds nest, and I can really get it out to where I need to go. So I'm excited to show you guys videos using that bait caster. That's going to be going on here real soon. I do have some videos backed up, so it's got a ways to go. I'm going to be starting to put a bunch of new stuff out for you, though. Can't go wrong with the old pad crasher. Yeah, that's the one. Thanks, brother. Yeah, the Booyah Pad Crasher is a great one. And I forgot to tell you, Paul, I did order one of those ones with the paddle tail. You got me going on that. I ordered a white one. Uh, Pretty much, Luke, they will, but I do think it matters. I do think it matters on those baits, especially because of the hooks. I think the hooks are real important on them things. If the hooks aren't set right, the hook sets are going to be even harder to get. You know how it is. It's hard enough to get a good hook set in a fish that's in the middle of all these thick pads. But if you add in the fact that maybe you got the hooks, they're not bent over right, or maybe the the plastic on the frog wasn't sensitive enough to squish down to get that hook set. There's so much that goes into those frogs. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Yeah, I somebody messaged me asking where to get these, and I told I it might have been you. I don't remember, but um, I did find them again online, so I sent somebody a link. They do take a while to get because they come from I don't know where all they come from, but they're cool shirts. Thank you. Oh, I've got it figured right out, Barry. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know the name of my knot, Mike. I don't know what it is, but you couldn't break this if you wanted to, and that's all that matters for a knot. Hey, how you doing, Homestead? Thanks, Jim. Thank you. Yeah, I'm throwing a lot of tips out there, guys, because like I said, frogs. Sure, I've piddled with them since I was a little kid. I mean, who hasn't? You throw those frogs out; they're just fun. It's fun just to watch things explode. But lately, I've been really pounding the information, putting as much into my head as I can, and I'm trying to put it back out as I learn it. With the frogs, there is so much into that. You got to figure. To me, it's interesting because now every time I see a huge mass of lily pads, I think of it as a forest, basically for these bass. It just think of it as a forest. The bass are the wolves, right in that forest, and it's unbelievable. You throw your baits in there, them bass, a lot of times they'll hit them and knock them off the pad. They'll just flip them in the air. So it takes time to get used to when to set the hook right. You want to, if the fish does take it, you want to wait till that you feel the weight of them even. And I try to count to two in my head, but sometimes reflexes kick in and I just rip it away. But oh, there's so much to it, so much. Plus, you got to remember the reason you need an awesome hook is when you're ripping that hook in, it takes a heavy hook set. But when you do that, you're not only pulling through the pads, but you're pulling into that fish's mouth. That fish has just gulped up a bunch of water in his mouth with that frog and maybe even some lily pad in his mouth. And if you're going to yank on that, there's so much that can go wrong. So you got to give it a second. You really got to tone yourself down and slow down. I'm going to start trying to slow down even more. So Shimano. See, I'm loving this lose, man. I really am. Like I said, I went out there and was whipping it today, and I can put it anywhere I want to put it, and I can throw it a long way. I like it. It's going to be good. Yep, bending the hooks. I'm always worried about bending them because, I mean, obviously, you bend them too far, you're going to start hooking up on the pads and stuff, and you don't want that. The whole point of them all is, being completely weed proof. But yeah, it's definitely cool to learn. They are, yeah, a great tool for sure. Yeah. Oh, there's a huge difference, John. The main difference with them, and the reason I wanted one for frog fishing, is because you've got with a bait caster, they are faster. They are a lot faster for reeling speed. I mean, way faster. And on top of that, there's more. The way that the line comes back into it, you're able to just when you get that hook set, there's something about that that gives you a harder hook set rather than if the line's just on the spool like this. I think you just get a because it's more of a straightforward thing with the line. So you're getting, when you set the hook on this, that line is just going to be straight, whereas on the spinning reel, that line's all looped around, and I just don't think you're getting as heavy of a hook set. Not to mention the way this is angled, it gives you a better um, just a better grab on it for hard hook sets. I really think these are the way to go if you're power fishing. Oh, cool, Kevin. I'm glad, man. Hey there, Ian. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, it's a, only not. I will never change knots. I mean, I know there's a bunch of knots out there you can learn, but it's one of those. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I literally could. My knots don't come out ever. So I think it is improved clinch. Yep, yep. And usually when I do the try just regular mono, I don't do improved. I'll just do the regular clinch knot. I mean it, and it won't come off with mono, but improved I do for. Yep. Yeah, it's a great heavy rod, and that's what I wanted. Yep. Oh, I gotcha, gotcha. Yep. No, and I guess I could say that I have because I've used them for downriggers and stuff too, out on charters and things like that. But as far as casting and that, man, they are really slick. They've got a good smooth cast to them. It's just they bird nest up really bad on you, so you got to get used to that and learn how to do them. So, yep, 8-to-1 reel. Yep, really good. Shimano Corrados. I'll have to look that up. Hey, John, how you doing, buddy? Oh yeah, definitely. Yep. And that's thank you, Paul. I'm glad you pointed that out. That's a huge thing too, is with the bait casters, it's kind of in the name. They're made for bait casting. You want to throw it with heavier stuff, like the frog, for instance. Most of these are like around an ounce, 3/4 ounce. I mean, they're pretty heavy baits. I wouldn't hook up just a regular Ned rig or something and try throwing with these. Sure, it'll throw, but you're not going to get as much out of it as you would with a spinning rod. Spinning rods are way better for lighter tackle. So I'm probably my one spinning rod's already rigged up with 20 pound, um, 20 pound braid. So I'm going to rig that one up as my wacky rig rod. I'm going to keep that baby rigged up for wacky because I'm telling you, and that's something I point out too pretty soon in a video. When you're frog fishing, it is also a good thing to have a wacky rig set up or something of the like, even a 2.0. I do a video with that because it's always good if you miss a bass to have some sort of bait that you can throw back up in those pads that will give a slower approach or sink a little bit like the wacky worm. And it's almost a guarantee if that fish, if you missed it and it didn't get the hook, it's a guarantee it's going to grab something on the sink. So hey Rob, how you doing, buddy? Oh yeah. Yeah, the braid and the braid, man. I For anybody that hasn't used braid, you got to be careful because if you try to wrap that around your hand and you're stuck on a log, you are gonna cut. It's gonna rip right into your finger. You are not gonna break that line. Wow, $10. That's crazy. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, if you guys haven't already hit that thumbs up, I appreciate it. And I am probably going to be getting to the auctions here in just a couple minutes because there is a lot of them. There's a lot of them. So I am gonna do trout videos, Ian. In fact, there's gonna be one. I'm gonna switch up my videos a little bit. I already have some uploaded, but I'm good. I have a really good trout video that I did off the kayak last week, and I want that to come out before some of the other ones. So I'm probably gonna put that out next week. It was really awesome. I caught 50 in the one day, 15 brookies and two brown trout off the kayak, and it was a lot of fun. So you guys are gonna like that. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate it, buddy. Oh God, the Whopper Plopper. Man, that was such a God. And the thing I don't like about Whopper Ploppers, I'm gonna tell you this: there is a lot of great topwater baits out there, like the Lucky Craft Sammy and all those, but you can't fish them in the heavy stuff, like the big lily pad fields that I've been fishing lately. They got trebles. You just can't. Sure, Whopper Plopper's cool and all, but if I'm gonna fish the same area that I could fish a Whopper Plopper, I know I could throw a jitterbug and do the same thing that Whopper Plopper would do. So, uh, Cedar River. Well, hopefully you do good, man. Good luck. I'll probably do some walking this week because it's going to be so dang hot. I'm definitely taking the week off. I'll probably do some evening fishing, which doesn't make for good footage. I mean, it messes up on the camera. So yeah, yep, you need some open water, which is, I really want to do a video with my lucky duck too, but got to have some open water, man. I've been lately this time of year, all them giant, the biggest bass. This is something I learned not just from one video. I'm not one of them guys that watch a video and go, "Oh, I know this now." I compile stuff, okay, between books and videos and this. And this is something I want to tell you guys right now, and this is why I've been using the frogs. The biggest bass, all right, your giant largemouths are going to be up in the thickest stuff that they can this time of year. And I've been thinking about it in my head. Think of it this way: deer in a cornfield, okay, when that cornfield grows up, they got no reason to move. They will live in that cornfield all season, right? Same thing goes for those bass. Those bass, once they're in those pads, ain't nothing going to bother them. They're the big guys in town, so they get to pick out the best spots, which for them will be the ones with the most shade. Any spot you can find with the most shade, whether it be the biggest pads, a dock up by the pads, logs in the pads, stuff like that, that's where those giant bass are going to be. But those bass will be in there all the time. They don't need to leave until obviously when fall comes and the weeds disappear and stuff, then they can go their way. But the big bass are going to be up there because they've got all the feed they want. They got frogs, they got bait fish. There's always minnows and little bluegills in weeds like that and thick lily pads, no matter what. So they don't have to go nowhere. Their food is just waiting there for them. They're all big and fat, and they can just sit there and be as slow as they want. So I'm telling you guys, I just caught a couple of the biggest bass that I'd ever caught in my life the other day. I mean, they were freaking huge, and they were inches from shore in shallow water, probably just over their back, but thick, thick lily pads. You would have never knew they were there. I'm just telling you guys, the giant bass are super shallow. You'll see. I'm gonna have a lot of good videos coming out with them. Hey there, Conquest. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I'd like to get up there and fish up there with frogs and stuff. That'd be fun. Yeah, hollow body frogs are definitely number one for fishing up there. Hey there, Lisa. How you doing? All right, I'm going to show you guys real fast here. I don't mean to cut anybody off. Once we get auctions done, then we can get back to chatting if we got time. But I have a lot of auctions tonight, okay? A lot. So I want to show you guys real quick. There is a lot of good stuff here, and I've got things kind of broke down. I'm just going to grab them as I see them. So we got, and sorry, Steve, I didn't print out the papers. I've got just too much going on right here. But I've got this whole box here, which I believe are the robo worms. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a box, both two-sided here. Really nice. And you can't buy boxes like this. I know I've said it once. I'm going to say it again. This is all stuff that Steve puts together himself with these rigs. So this package here is going to come with this. It's also going to come with this, which is a Ned box that also includes Ned jigs, okay, which is pretty awesome. And I'm throwing in there these chatterbaits. There's two chatterbaits in this baggie right here that are going to go with these. So in this kit, you get all these. You get the robo worms, the Ned packages, and the chatterbaits. This is going to be one package right here. All right, second package we got tonight. This is pretty awesome, Steve. Good job on this. This is a blade bait package. That's what I'm going to call it, because obviously it is mostly blade baits. There are some really interesting cranks in there. I also want to say this. Don't think this is China stuff. I know some of you might want to say, well, it's the old cheap stuff you can get from China. It's not. Steve buys the good, legit stuff. So this is all name brand stuff. But I've never seen blade baits quite like this. And I got to say, I'm actually interested myself. I think these things are going to be amazing. Anywhere, I've done videos with them in the Saginaw, and they've done amazing. But I mean, look at this. It's like a rip and wrap with a blade on the back. Come on now. But this box here is just full. Look at that. Full of awesome tackle. So this is going to be on its own here, guys. I mean, come on now. That looks just like a shad. You can't. I mean, the stuff's going to be amazing. You cannot go wrong with this stuff. I mean, it's got the colors, everything about this stuff. Just amazing, man. You go all out, you buy some amazing stuff, but there is a pile in here, okay, guys? a pile Steve got. So this is the blade bait box. This is going to be going in. Hey there, Hunter. When the auction starts, which will be really soon, I'm going to show all this stuff first. When it starts, people can bid on things. If you bid, though, and you win, then you have to send the money to me through PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, something like that. Yeah, the blade baits on Saginaw are awesome. They're also good on Foot Pond. My sister killed it out there last year. So the chatterdonk, yeah. Oh, yeah, shallow bass is the biggest for sure. Yep. But yeah, thank you, Steve. Thank you very much. Also, guys, this is a pack I threw together here. He sent me a bunch of these cool marabou jigs. So, and he's got them all just mixed together. So I took these nice marabou jigs, like the woolly boogers. Also, there's this box here with beautiful. So you guys want to talk trout fishing and stuff. I also think he was telling me these work good on walleye, almost like a drop shot rig for walleye. But there's a whole, yeah, bunny leech. I mean, it's a whole pack here of really nice flies. This stuff, I fly fished when I was younger, and all this would be great for even fly fishing for pike and bass, but definitely for trout. I mean, these are all really great flies. There's a whole bunch of them. But you're going to get all the marabous, all these flies. I know I love the cold too. I don't like this weather. I don't like this weather. All these flies, all those marabous, and the trout magnet neon kit. Okay, which is these are going to work great. It's a jig kit with all these little trout worms in it. So all of that stuff that I just showed there. Hey there, Max. You didn't miss much. I'm showing off things, and then I'm going to get right to it. This is the stuff we got going on, though, tonight. All right, the trout magnet case with all these marabous and flies. This is going to go out as a package right here. All right. Next up, I'm broken inside. I was going to take these apart because I think these, I hate it, Luke. There is a lot of money in this, okay, right here. I was going to split them up, do one and one, but what I'm going to do, these are going to go together, okay? These are Z-Man micro baits. Again, don't think these are packages that you can buy like this because they're not. These Z-Man micro baits also don't come in packages with that many in them. I mean, Steve, I don't know how many packages you put in this, but oh my God, dude, there is a lot of them. I mean, and I think you only get like 8 of these in a pack. So you've got all the Z-Man micros here for pan fishing. These are crappie killing machines. Okay, you've got little Neds, little minnows. I mean, you've got everything in here, all the little Helgramites. These two are going to go together. Like I said, you don't want to miss out. If you like to pan fish, I'm dying over this. This is a killer set right here, folks. So this is going in too. Both of those you're going to be able to win tonight. I'm sure you guys will get some killer deals on this stuff too. So next up, this is another favorite of mine. This is unbelievable. I think I wrote it down. There's 20. I think there was 28. Look at this. Crankbaits, rattle traps, jointed shad wraps, you name it. Again, all name brand. Incredible stuff, guys. Incredible stuff. Hey there, Jason. Awesome stuff right here, folks. I think there was, like I said, 28. It's all name brand. All really good stuff. There's a whole lot of Rapala, and you've got your flicker shads, and I mean, just a lot of great things. And I really like, I can't remember, it says on the bottom, but I like these wraps, or these, oh, what was it? 13 Fishing Diablo. There's 2 of those in there. These babies are nice. Get some big bass on these bad boys. But again, folks, this is going to be on its own here for an auction. Lots of great lures in that box. Whoever wins that's going to be one lucky dog. And then I've got a few more to go, folks, and then we got to get going. I didn't want to, I was going to break these apart, okay, but the fact that these all connect together, Steve, I think that they kind of belong together. I think that was really cool. These are DeWalt boxes that connect together, guys. The boxes themselves are not cheap. I mean, even just for the boxes. He's got these bad boys rigged up with Ned head jigs, Ned head plastics. Again, all mixed, different colors, different. I mean, you cannot go wrong with these. It is insane. Here's one that's got a bunch of crayfish. I was going through this. These crayfish in this box look unbelievable. These are really cool looking crayfish. They're even already rigged up on jigs. I mean, these babies are ready to toss. Again, just unreal. These packages, Steve. You really outdid yourself, buddy. This is some crazy stuff. But again, these boxes, the fact that they all connect together by the clips on the side, I am going to do all three of these together, folks. All three of them together. They are, yep, they're made for construction, but I like, you know, Steve's kind of got me hooked on them. I'm probably going to start using them myself because the fact that they all hook together and they're super sturdy just makes it really nice for keeping things in order. So these three are going to go together. Then I've also got 3 boxes rigged up with piles of plastics. All right, each box has its own plastics in it. I wrote down this one's got 16 packages of plastics. This one here is a Panfish box of plastics that has 17 packages. It's got, he sent me freedom baits. He sent, which I think these are great. I was going to use them, but that he sent a bunch of plastic worms that would go awesome if you like to use my pounders. These things are ready to go for those. So you've got all this great stuff, Panfish tackle in here, guys, lots of it. So this box here, 17 packages of Panfish tackle. And then this is the last box I got up tonight, which is 17 packs of, again, bass baits, all kinds of stuff. You know, you got Z-Man, you got Strike, Lunker City, big bite baits. I mean, this just awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. So it's already 8:30, so I know so much stuff. Thank you guys again. If I don't get to your questions, you can ask again later. I appreciate it. But let's get this party going. Seems how it's already getting late. First I'll start with this. The DeWalt Super Pack of Ned Head jigs, Ned Heads. Really cool crawfish. I mean, this baby is rigged up and it is heavy. So I do got to say, you know, you're going to have to pay in shipping. I would say probably $10 shipping. It is a very heavy package right here. So Don started in on 30 bucks. We're 30 bucks here, folks, for 3 boxes here full of stuff. And like I said, these plastics, you can't even buy them in these amounts. I mean, he's got packages upon packages in here. So yes, each section is full. Each section is full. This one's got the crawfish type baits. This one's got Ned baits. I mean, they are all packed. They are packed and loaded, buddy. Yep. You can't fit any more in here. They are literally, Steve stacked them. So, hey there, Christopher. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Chris got up to 50. Brian's at 60. We're at 60 bucks, guys. 60 bucks. Like I said, too, these boxes all connect together, so it makes it nice as far as being able to keep these things straight and, you know, keeping them put together. I'd like to do something like this in my boat. Don comes in at 110. Just missed you there, Luke. 110. We're at 110. Z-Man Craws. Thank you, Steve. Z-Man Craws, which means, now I got to open them up again. That means they're going to be stretchy. The Z-Man Craws have a Laztec. Look at that. Z-Man is known for that. You cannot break these bad boys, which means you can catch a ton of fish on them on just one bait. And this thing is so full, you could use these craws for years, for many. This box would last you a long, long time. So Luke's at 120 now, guys. We're at 120 for this beautiful 3 set of plastics. Yeah, thank you, Steve. Thank you so much, man. Oh, those are the Guggen Neds. Okay, thank you. I've been so busy, I haven't had time to go through everything. And the Kevin Van Dam Aqua Neds. Okay. So it's Guggen Neds. You've got a box here, guys, of Z-Man Craws, Guggen Neds, and the Kevin Van Dam Aqua Neds. So that's what's going on in here. Like I said, I knew they were all name brand. Steve doesn't mess around with junk. He's always got good stuff. So Don's at 130. 130. I appreciate it. Thank you much. Thanks, Lisa. It's been nice. You know, that boat, I really like that boat. That's been working good. I do want to say, though, guys, the truck, the money from tonight is going to help out the channel immensely, because my truck the other day, I had an accident. I had a deer go through my driver's side window. It actually touched its face on my face. Can't make this stuff up. It was unbelievable. It broke the window and the mirror. So Don's at 130. 130, guys. 130 for these 3 beautiful DeWalt boxes here. Hey there, Jack. It is an awesome, all this stuff, unbelievable, Steve. Thank you much. 130, guys. We are 130 right now. No, the deer was fine, Hunter. That's the worst. Well, I mean, it's a good thing, I guess. I don't like seeing them suffer, but, you know, I was only going 35 mile an hour. It was nighttime. I looked out my window fast enough to see its legs folded like it was jumping a fence, only it was jumping into my window. And it just covered me in a shower of glass, and that was it. The deer was fine. It left hair all around the inside of my window. 130. Don is at 130, guys. 130. I'm going to let this go for 130 here for another 15 seconds, and then I'm going to get on to the next box. Don's at 130 right now, though, for these 3 awesome DeWalt boxes. 130. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's yours. Thank you much. Yeah, sorry about that, Rob. Yep, they are all, well, not all of them are rigged. Some of them are. All right, 130. All right. Yeah, thank you guys much. It was crazy, John. I don't know what it is with me and deer, but it always ends up crazy. Next up, I'm going to do the crank box. Again, whoever wins this is going to be one lucky dog, because these are all expensive stuff in here, guys. You've got flicker shads, you've got Rapalas, you've got heavy duties. There's Strike King in there. I mean, it's all name brand. So $50. Brian is at 50. $50, guys. Yep, they're rattle traps, except they're not Rapala. They're another brand. I can't remember, but they're basically a rattle trap. I can't remember which brands these are, but they are gorgeous, man. Look at that chrome one with the red hooks. And they're all decked out with beautiful hooks. Crazy rattles, but yes, these are all rattle traps in here. Crankbaits. You got flatbill, topwater flatbill cranks in here. Just a beautiful box. Absolutely. Lots and lots of good stuff in here. Yeah, fish don't know the brand, that's for sure. But Brian started at 50. $50, guys. $50. Lagging behind. Sorry about that, Rob. If I didn't, I've got so many auctions to go where I would have backed up on it. We're at 65, guys. $65. $65 right now. 80. Luke's at 80. $80. He's not far from Half Moon. He lives on why can't I think of the name of it now? It's right by Uncle Dale's. 65, 80. We're at 85. Rick's at 85. 85. The lipless are the Kevin Van Dams. Thanks. Okay, so those are the KVDs, guys. Those lipless ones. Really nice ones. We're at 85 right now. $85. 85. Rick's got 85. Beautiful box loaded here, guys, with all these great crankbaits. There's flicker shads and flat bills, and I mean, you've got all kinds of good stuff in here. I like KVD, man. I've been a fan of his forever. $85. We are at 85, folks. 85 for this great box full of tackle. $85. I'm going to let it go for another 15 seconds. $85 right now, guys. 85 for all these awesome lures. Lots of cranks. You know there's a lot of money in that too, because these things are like $10 a piece. So, and I think there was 28 of them. There's definitely a lot. All right, 5. Heck of a deal, man. Unless I was lagging behind. You just killed it on that one. Yeah, Gillett's Lake. Thanks, Rob. That was going to bother me. Rick's got $85 on that box. All right. Let me know if I'm lagging too. I'm going to give it a few seconds here. I haven't seen another bid come through though, so I think we're good on that. All right, next up here, I'll just grab them as I go. Next up, I'm gonna do these ChatterBaits here, along with these 2 boxes full of. You got Ned heads, and I believe these ones are the Robo Worms. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Steve. I think that's what they are though. And these Ned heads, I'm noticing too. Ned's been coming a long way. They've got a lot of really cool new colors. So even in the plastics boxes that I've got coming up for auctions, guys, there's some really great colors in there. In fact, I'm going to pull one out right now that I was checking out. I think would just be killer. And this color wasn't out when I was using them, but I really like that. I think that's going to be an awesome color. But yeah, right now we're doing the ChatterBait. 2 ChatterBaits in this bag right here, along with these 2 packages. So anybody that wants to bid on these, what brand ChatterBait? Let's see. It is the original ChatterBait. Both of them are the originals. That's what it says, the original ChatterBait. $35. I really like this smaller one there. That thing would just destroy. Z-Man, okay. Z-Man makes these ones. So we got those, and we've got the plastics, guys. 35. Rob puts in $35. $35 for all these baits. This is 2-sided here, folks. Lots. I mean, they're just packed full. So $35 gets you the ChatterBaits and the 2 boxes full of plastics. Rob's got them right now at $35. Like I said, all the money tonight, folks, goes into getting me the window for the truck, as well as the mirror. I got to get those replaced now that the deer came through. So Don's in at $40 guys. Also, it's getting me the new plastics because I did talk to the owner. I think I mentioned last weekend I was going to do it. So I am going to be buying the plastics now from Brains Baits. They work really good. I tested them out. So coming up soon, probably next week, I'm going to start having brand new baits on the website. So I think you guys are going to like that. Oh, absolutely, Luke. Yep. All the boxes and stuff that you're seeing here, everything comes with them. So, yep. Yep, all this stuff comes together. I ain't taking nothing out of anything. So $40. Don's at 40. $40. Cybertruck. I know that might be bulletproof enough for me. We're at 45. 45, guys. 45. Oh, those are the Yamamoto Ned rigs. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Yamamoto Ned rigs in there. You got nice. There's jig heads in there too. $50. Thanks, Rob. $50 plus shipping and handling. Yeah, shipping. I keep forgetting, guys. Shipping does have to be included with this stuff. I appreciate that. You know, because a lot of this stuff, like this, even. Oh, I do have my scale. Obviously, I don't know the price offhand of shipping stuff, so I have to look, but I can guesstimate for the most part. That's 2 pounds 5 ounces, almost 2 pounds 6 ounces right there, just with these. So you are looking at probably $8 in shipping, $8 to $10 right there. So thank you though, I appreciate it. Yep, $50. Robert's got it right now. $50, guys. $50. Brian comes in at 55. 55 bucks, guys. 55. 55 gets you these right here. Got some lots of great baits. And we still got a whole bunch more auctions to go. We're probably going to go later this evening from the looks of it, but hopefully you enjoy these. And like I said, I'm going to have auctions going on next week too. So, all right, 55 right now. We're at 55. Going to let it go for another 10 seconds on the clock. 10 seconds on the clock, guys. 55. Rob comes in at 60. 60 bucks right now, folks. 60 bucks. Gonna go for another 20 seconds. We're at 60 right now. 60 bucks right now, guys. Rob's got it at 60. 60 bucks gets you the 2 ChatterBaits and 2 boxes full of plastics. I want to appreciate everybody's. Want to let you know I appreciate all your bids tonight and everybody watching. Thank you guys for getting on here. The beaver pelt. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing that again. But, you know, this year I don't think I'm going to trap that much. I'm going to trap just a little, but I'm going to duck hunt a lot more this year. So you're trying to switch it up for the season. Rob's got her at 60, going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got him, Rob. 60 bucks, buddy. Thank you very much. The otter. I know I have to get those done for sure, Lisa. Maybe I can do that too. I need to get up to the taxidermist and talk to him. All right, next up here, guys. Let's do, trying to get them as they're piled up here. We're going to do the micro kit. Now we're going with the micro kit. You get these 2 boxes here, packed to the rim. Like I said, each one of these slots has several packages of plastics in them. I mean, he went nuts and just piled these things up. I didn't count them, but it's unbelievable how many he put in these things. So whoever wins these is going to be very excited. And these are Z-Man micros. So again, being a Z-Man product, they got a Lastech. These things will literally last you your life. these 2 boxes, and you can catch. I've used them before. They are very, very good baits, guys. These Z-Man micros right here can be used for ice fishing, or you can take them out right now and jig them and catch all the big panfish and bass and stuff you want. They're just a great micro bait. You can slap them on a small jig head of any of your choice. So yeah, they make micros, Paul. They started making them, I think, last year, and if I wasn't with Freedom, man, I'd be using these because they are really nice. They've got some cool stuff. Mark started off with 30. Lisa came in at 35. Terry's at 40. Brian matched at 40. Terry's at 40 right now. Terry's at 40. 40 bucks. Micros, guys. Micro plastic Z-Mans. Like I said, you cannot break these. There's even, I got to show you just because I'm talking about micros, the Neds that I was so addicted to, and I still am, trust me. If I could, I would say the Ned is probably my favorite bait ever made. And look at that. Miniature Ned rigs. You throw this bad boy out, there is no bluegill, no rock bass, no crappie, no nothing. Even a bass isn't going to pass it up. And then it's got, I mean, there's so many of these really cool shaped baits in here. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with them, folks. So, yeah, thank you, Steve. Very nice. 45. 45. They would work good with the panty harness, Terry. Or Ryan, sorry. But with the pounders, I think my hook spread would be a little too far for them because these are micros. These are little. These. I think these aren't even an inch. If they are, they're probably an inch. Well, they make micro Neds, Luke. They started making micro Neds just for these. And I can't remember the sizes. They're ridiculously small. I have them in my box, and I love them. We are at 50, Terry, 55, Lisa, Don's at 60, 60 bucks. 60 bucks, guys, $60. There are some really great colors in here of both of these plastics. They're all really great. Mark comes in at 65, 65. And like I said, you can only buy these in like 8-packs. So you look right here alone. I mean, that is a lot of baits. There is so many. There's at least 30 piled in there. So he's been piling several of these packages together. Really threw a bunch together. He did a good job, Steve. 65 right now. 65 bucks on these Z-Man micros. 65. Mark's got him 65. Gonna let it go for another 20 seconds on the clock. 65 bucks. And you are gonna love these. Like I said, for panfish, they are epic. Lisa comes in at 70. Lisa liked the last ones she got. Those were really nice. 70 bucks right now for these Z-Man micros. Yeah, ice fishing's around the corner. These are going to be great for ice fishing, but also you want to get out right now and do some pan fishing. I'll tell you, you'll kill with them. Plus, right now, guys, on a lot of the lakes, the big bull bluegills are still on there guarding the nest. So you can still get out there and find some big gills. Z-Man microheads, 1/6, 1/5, 1/10. Thanks for that, Steve. Yeah, they're little bitty and they sure are great. 75. Lisa's in at 80. Lisa's in it to win it. 80 bucks. 80 bucks. Yeah, I hope this year's ice is better too. I really hope it is. I'm depending on it. $80. Mark's at 85. 85, guys. $85. Like I said, there is a lot. In fact, I think the way that this one's put together, it looks like there is probably a package of each. So that is a full package of Z-Man of these micros in each one. And then this one, he's got tons of them piled in there. So Mark's at 85. Oh yeah, the gills and crappies, man. And they're, all this week I've been hammering them too. I'm not focusing on them right now because I'm in that bass tournament, so I'm trying to get the biggest bass. But the bluegills and that, when I see them, I got to play with them. So I have been catching some. But we're at 85. 85, going for 5, 4, 3, 2. You got him, Mark. Oh, did Lisa come in first? I want to know if it lagged on my side. If it did, we are at 90. She might have got it on the last second. She got it 90. All right, 90 bucks, guys. $90. Lisa's at 90. Going for another 10 seconds here. 90 bucks. $90, guys. 10 seconds on the clock. Mark's at 100. 100 bucks. 100 bucks gets you all these micros. I can hear Jen in the background. 100 bucks right now, guys. 100 bucks. 5, 4, 3, 2. Think you got it, Mark. Thank you much. All right. 100 bucks on the micros. Definitely a great deal. I mean, that you guys, like I said, you can't really mess them up. They're going to last you forever. You can't go wrong. Congratulations, you guys. All right. Next up here, like I said, I've still got 4. I've got 4 more to go after this one, so we will probably be going a little later than normal. Up next, I've got this is a package here loaded with streamers for anybody out there that likes to trout fish, or like I said before, Steve was telling me that people like to fish these like drop shot rigs for walleyes. There are some really cool streamers in here for that. Lots of them too. I'll open this back up. Plus, it comes with the Trout Magnet Neon Kit. It's going to come with this too, guys, which is really cool. It's got these little miniature jigs, which would work great for those micros, by the way. and all these little plastics too. So, yep, those are hair jigs. Terry started at 30. All right, have a good night, Steve. Thank you. Yeah, he got these bunny leech purple. I mean, it's cool. He threw a pile of these streamers in here, but he was explaining to me how they work so good for, there's a leech. They work good for vertical jigging the walleyes, which I'm really intrigued about. I think they would work awesome. But there's just a pile in here. I mean, he's filled this box up with streamers. So, really good stuff. Yeah, thank you very much, Steve. Chris is in at 35. 35 bucks. 35, guys, is what we are at right now for this, I'm going to call it the fly kit. We're at a fly kit right now. 40. Terry's in at 40. Gets you all these flies, hair jigs, plus the trout magnet kit right here, guys. All this. 40 bucks. 40 bucks right now. Yeah, thank you very much, Steve. You helped me get the window fixed on the truck. So get me back out and going. It's been awfully cold driving that thing around lately with no window in the mornings. Oh, Terry Lewis is at 40 bucks. 40 bucks for the flies and the magnetic trout kit. Rob's comes in at 45. We're at 45 right now. $45, guys. 45 bucks. 45 bucks. Gets you all this stuff right here. And there is a pile. I mean, I didn't count all these flies, but they are, I mean, he's got it packed. So Rob's got it at 45 right now. 45 bucks, guys. 45. Gonna let it go for another 15 seconds. Terry comes in at 50. 50 bucks. 50 bucks. $50 for the flies, guys. The fly kit and the trout magnet neon kit. Those trout magnets, I'm sure, would be really good because anybody that's ever fished a trout stream with a worm knows that they come flying out and grab them. And this has little jig heads in it, plus all these little plastic worms. So you know they're going to work really good. We're at 50 right now. Terry's at 50. 50 bucks. 10 seconds on the clock. 50 bucks, Terry. 50 bucks for this kit right here. $50. 5, 4, 3, 55. Rob's in at 55 plus shipping. 55. Shipping on this one wouldn't be so bad. Probably just like $6. So 55 plus shipping right now, guys. 55 plus shipping for this, all these flies and the jig heads. 55. $55 plus shipping. 5, 4, 3, 2. I think you got her, Rob. I think you got her. 55 plus shipping. Thanks for the bids, Terry. Thank you very much, Rob. 55 for the fly kit. All right. Let's take a drink real quick and then we'll get back to it. Next up, blade bait kit. I showed this one off earlier. This has a whole wide arrangement of really cool blade baits that I've never seen before. I mean, some of these are like, that's a rattle trap with a blade on the back. Just very, very cool things. Hunter H comes in at 35 bucks. A lot of cicadias and stuff in here, which if you ever watch my videos of me using those on the Saginaw, they work really well. I love the color pattern on that one. That is very nice. So definitely cool. Hey, there you go, Rob. There you go. Don's in at 40 bucks. I didn't count how many are in here, but this is definitely, it's got a lot of them, and they're beautiful. A lot of good blade baits. Now these, if you haven't fished them before, they are really good for walleye fishing. Really good for walleye. But there's just a pile of all different kinds of blade baits in here. So 50 bucks. Chris just beat you there by a minute there. Chris has got it at 50, guys. Rick's in at 55. 55. Hunter's at 60. 60 bucks. 60 bucks for this kit. 60 bucks. Just got you there, Backwoods. We're at 60 for all these blade baits. Just some really cool ones in there. Rick's in at 65. He knows how good these work down in the Saginaw, especially. 70 bucks. Backwoods Bass comes in at 70. 70 bucks. 75. Hunter's at 75. I know the Saginaw River be insane with these. The colors on these things and the blades that they have on the back are going to be killer. I mean, the walleyes are going to smoke these things. We're at 75 right now. Hunter H has it at 75 bucks for all these blade baits. There's a bunch of blade baits in there, guys. Whole bunch of them. 75 bucks. 75. Like I said, my sister used them last year on Foot Pond with her friends or her husband too, and they caught all kinds of fish. So they work good. Don's in at 80. 80 bucks. 80 bucks. Lots of great colors in here. Some very neat ones. 85. Robert's at 85. 85 bucks. 85, guys. 85 bucks for the blade baits. Absolutely great for walleye and anything in between. Don's at 90. 90 bucks. 90 bucks right now, folks. 93. Backwoods jumps in at 93. 93 bucks. 93 for the blade baits. $93. 95. Hunter's at 95. 95. If you ever use these before, you know they work really good, man. They are just a lot of people cast them too down in Detroit, and they've been fishing them in all the rivers and stuff. $95. Hunter H has it at 95. Gonna let it go for another 15 seconds. We're at $95 right now on the blade baits. Don comes in at 100. 100 bucks. $100 on the blade baits. This will be cheap to ship too. I bet you I can. Well, I didn't weigh it just like the other. It is fairly heavy, but because it's such a small box, I can probably ship it in a little package. Yeah, 12 ounces, 12.1 ounces right there. So probably only going to cost you about $5 shipping. So thank you very much. But $100. Don's at 100 right now, guys. $100. You're out. All right. I'm going to count down then, and if anybody else is ready, then if not, Don gets it. But 5, 4, 3, 2. You got him, Don. Thank you much, and thank you for your bids, Hunter. I had some more lures here I wanted to show you guys, too, that I bought this week and wanted to try out, but I'll wait and show you next weekend now because it's going to be running late. Alrighty. Oh, it's okay, sis. It's okay. Panther Martins. I think so. That's Panther Martins are my favorite. All right. Next up, guys, I got three more auctions to go. I'm gonna start this one off with the Panfish box. Like I said, this is something that I threw together with stuff Steve sent me too. Thanks again to Stephen House. Now this has packaged. I mean, these are a bunch of my favorite Freedom baits too. This is all stuff that he bought. He buys Freedom baits and that, and then he sent them to me to auction off, which I think was really great. So there's a bunch of Freedom baits. There is 17 packages total in this box, but there's plastic. There's like power bait plastic minnows or plastic worms. I mean, X Factor plastic worms. Most of these plastic worms would be really good on my harnesses. For anybody that uses my pounders, you could swap these babies up and use these. So, yep, definitely going to be good. $50 working on the panty rig. I am. I've actually got it. The Brains baits, I've already put the order in. He's made them. I just needed the money to buy them, which tonight, after I'm done with the auctions tonight, I'll have the money to make them. And yeah, next week I'm going to start posting all my newest panty pounders on my website. So, yep, should be good. But Luke's at 50 bucks gets you all these microplastics. He's seen how good these work too in the wintertime. I mean, you got tomahawks in there, 2-inch tomahawks too, which are great for just about anything. They would definitely kill on the harnesses. I mean, there's some really cool power bait worms in there that I know even these are like tubular shaped, and those would be really good on the. They're considered trout worms, but $50, guys. We're at $50. $50. Luke has it at $50 right now. I'm gonna let it go for another 15 seconds. We're at $50 for the Panfish pack. There's 17 packages of Panfish plastics in this box. All right. 55. Chris comes in at 55. $55. $55 right now, guys. $55 for the Panfish pack. Like I said, I'm gonna have auctions next weekend too, but there won't be nearly as many, so I'll be able to do some more chatting with you next week than I am tonight. I just didn't want to do it all tonight because then I'd be on forever. 55, 55.50. Luke's at 55.50 right now. 55.50 for 17 packs of plastics, Panfish plastics. 55.50. 55.50 is what we got going on, Chris. 55.50. Gonna let it go for 10 more seconds. 55.50. 5, 4, 3, 56. Chris is at 56. 56, guys. 56 for the Panfish box. We're at 56 right now. $56 for the Panfish box, folks. What do you say, Luke? We're at 56. This guy says 56 right now. 56. We are sitting at 56 on the Panfish box. 17 packages of plastics going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You got him, Chris. Cool. The kids are roaring. They're gonna love it. They work good, man. These are some good plastics, and if you use them on the panty harnesses, they'll be great. As far as trout go, you know, I'm gonna be honest. I've tried a lot of crazy colors, but you know, gold, just a straight gold, or chrome are my two favorites. You know, I'll use the smallest I can get away with, depending on the current and that's whatever stream I'm on. But yeah, gold and chrome, and then if I can get any with the orange skirt on the back or chartreuse. But yeah, I've tried the UV and all that other stuff, but for me, yeah, the gold and classic gold and chrome are my favorite Panther Martins for trout. They're definitely great for ice fishing. All right, in this one, guys, we got 16 packages. I want to show you, we got Z-Mans in here. This is all a bunch of Z-Man stuff. You got hula sticks, you got Ned rigs. This is a new one, the minnows, which is pretty sweet. That's going to look good in the water. It's got a little tail on the end of it. This is more of the hula sticks, which I think the hula sticks would be great. They're just like the Neds. Here's one of the new Ned colors that I really like is the Pro Perch. That's really cool. That's going to be a good one. And then it's got, see, I've never tried these long shots. I'm sure these would be really great for big bass and stuff. Yeah, the Z-Mans. Oh, man. And then I've got the Helgies, the Lunker City Helgies. We got packages of these in here, which they're great for everything too. But yeah, the long shots in here. And then there's the Turbo Fatties. Got packages of these. There's also some in the next box too. More Lunker City Helgies. Got some very cool colors of these. But Barracudas, Freedom Baits. Definitely killer for pike fishing and bass. More Lunker City Helgies. These are more of a natural color here. Bigger ones. Finesse Turds, which are the original Z-Man plastic there. Got more of the Helgies. More hula sticks. And then these right here, the finesse worms, which I think would be really great. I didn't know they made these either. They look just like a night crawler, and they stretch. They stretch and they won't break. So if anybody wants to bid on this, there's 16 packages of plastics in this box right here. Lots of great stuff for bass fishing, pike, walleye, you name it. All this stuff's good, but some really great products and some interesting new products too that I haven't got a chance to use yet. So anybody wants to bid, there's 16 packages in this box. Let's get her going. I got one more box after this, and then we are done for the evening. So Chris comes in at 30 bucks. He got you there, Jem. We're at 30 bucks right now. Chris is at 30 bucks. Gets you 16 packages. 16 packages. Yeah, they can't. It takes a lot even for piking them to wear them out. Yep, they call it the ElasTech technology. Paul's at 50. Rob comes in at 55. 55. We're at 55 bucks. Just again, I'll show you. You can't go wrong with these guys. You just can't. They won't break. You can use these, and you're gonna wear the fish out way before you ever wear these baits out. So they're definitely worth it. 55 bucks, guys. We're at 55 right now. 55 bucks. Gonna let it go for another 15 seconds here on the clock, guys. We're at 55 bucks. Gets you 16 packages of Z-Man and Lunker Cities. 55 bucks. Lots of great stuff in here. Definitely catches a lot of bass. We're at 55. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2. You got him, Rob. All right, Chris coming at 60. Let me know, though, if he got it before. Because, like I said, I might be lagging myself tonight. Brian says, uh-oh. Was it? It was before? Okay. All right. Chris is at 60 then. It's lagging. So 60. We're at 60 right now. 60 bucks on this, guys. $60. $60. We're going to go 20 more seconds on the clock right now. $60, guys. Chris got it in there. 60 bucks. Chris is at 60 with this box. Gets you 16 packages of great product. So we're at 60 bucks. Another 10 seconds on the clock, guys. 60 bucks right now. All right. 5, 4, 61. Rob's at 61. I thought he was in by a second, but it was so quick. And on my end, I can never tell. Z-Man's legit. Yeah, it's Z-Man's hard to beat, that's for sure. Chris comes in at 62. 62, guys. Rob, we're at 62 right now. 62 bucks for the Z-Man and Lunker City baits. And if you like to bass fish, these are definitely my favorite bass plastics on the market, for sure. 65. Rob comes in at 65. 65 bucks. $65 gets you these 16 packages, guys. 65. Paul's also at 65. We're at 65 right now. Chris comes in at 67. 67 bucks, guys. 67. $67 right now. 10 seconds on the clock. 67. 5, 4, 3, 2. I think you got it, Chris. Okay, Chris had it. Appreciate everybody letting me know. All right, last box of the evening here. And then I can rest my rest my lungs for the evening. And again, I want to thank you all for doing this, because Steve, first and foremost, for donating this stuff, and then you guys for being nice and, you know, putting your money into buying these great items, because it's going to help me fix up the truck and get the new baits needed for my new pounders. So I want to thank you guys. This is the last box on auction tonight. This one has 17 packages of plastic. So there's one more extra package than the last one. It has a lot of the same things except different colors, obviously, and more of some of them, like the turbo fatties. There's more of. There's still some long shots in here. There's Helgies. This one's got a bag of big bites baits, which they're really great for catching big fish. Yeah, there's just a whole bunch of really great stuff in here, and another bag. Each box has a bag of Freedom Baits Barracudas in it. So started it off. Brian started at $35, guys. 35 bucks gets you this 17 pack of awesome baits, all name brands. Even a bunch of there are Helgies in here, Lunker Cities. I mean, bubblegum Helgie. Come on, you can't go wrong with that. And the natural color Helgies here, just awesome. And these turbo fatties, I just can't imagine. More hula sticks in the game. They call that game changer color. That's cool. That's cool. Oh man, Luke jumped in at 100 bucks. Thanks, brother. Yeah, those Barracudas, especially that color there, is a good one. I don't even remember what they call that. I think they call it pearl. That's a very cool color right there. It flashes a lot in the water, looking like a real one, but oh man, 100 bucks. Luke said 100 bucks, guys. 100 bucks. You'll love them, Paul. I know you liked them from before. You'll have to let me know when you get to working on them. Definitely got to get back up here. That's awesome. I'm glad you like them, Luke. All right, Luke's got it at 100. I think he's going to win on this one, guys. I'm going to let it go on here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, Luke. Congratulations. And again, thank you all so much for tonight, getting on the auctions and bidding and all the great stuff. I appreciate the heck out of you guys. Steve, thank you so much for donating. I'm going to show real fast. This is a bait I'll show you guys next week. This is something new that I'm going to be playing with here. This is what they call the, what is it? The DeLong Lures Killer Eels. So it's something I'm going to be trying out. So yeah, for pike fishing. But again, thank you guys so much. I'm going to hop off of here. I got to get my plastics ordered now that I can do it and get to tying on them new plastics and new pounders. Thank you guys so much. Have a happy, safe week. Get out and catch some fish if you can, and try to stay cool. It's going to be a hot one.